Hello again, everybody. Welcome to week 2 of money banking course here. So 1 week down, and this here, I just got this up here, St. Louis. Let me see, jump in here real quick. I'll do a quick review last week, and then we'll into this upcoming week. Um, Discussions, almost everybody's involved in there. So as all most time, good interaction. Um, The other thing I'll add is, if you're not interacting very well or something, I will have probably told you on the grading portion on there, because I don't single people out here, but say for the most part, everybody's interacting real well, so that's good, sharing ideas and opinions. Let me see the homework here. You had to review questions, also the numerical exercises. The homeworks I've seen, very good on these review questions. The numerical exercises, these are they are difficult, and I will tell you, give it a try, and, but don't beat yourself up over it if you're having problems with it. Send me what you can do, and then I'll send you back and, get you straight. One of the things about, this course, it's about money and banking. But unless you're planning on being a banker, finance type person, where you have to know this stuff, it's not going to be as critical. What's critical is down the road you're going to, be in charge of something where you need to understand it, or you might have a position, something where you're working where you need to understand how money and banking works and interrelates. You may not necessarily know how to do a particular, like say numerical exercise, but it's kind of like, I don't know, I'd say for instance, enterprise rent-a-car. You got the manager of the local office, and that manager has 20 vehicles, gas, clean, they run, but they know how to identify problems, like, hey, if there's something wrong, something sounds wrong with a car, or hey, there's a cracked window. You know how to identify a problem, and you know that there is a problem. You may not be the expert on fixing it. You're going to have to call the window fix-it guy to fix the window, but you have to know how to identify that there's a problem in the first place. And so that's what a lot of these courses are teaching you, how to be able to recognize the particular topic, and if it's right or wrong. Back one of my pizza days, we had monthly P&L reviews. So like, I'd have 12 or 15 stores, so I'd get these P&L statements, financial statements every month, and we'd have spreadsheets and everything, and columns and stuff. But the thing is, recognizing if something was wrong, there'd be a number in there. You got, columns and rows of numbers, and a number jumps out. I'm not an accounting guru, but I know that number is wrong. So that's part of all of this. So okay, so let's go back, or let's go jump ahead here to week 2. Okay, so week 2, you've got 3 chapters, 4, 5, and 6. Chapter 4 has to do with present value. Now, another thing about this class is going to be a lot of new terms and things like that, and of course they'll be reflected in the quizzes and the exam and so forth. But when you get into present value, future payment, part is, how much is a dollar worth a day versus how much was it worth 20 years ago, and how much is it going to be in 30 years. So that's what, that's the short version. And then in these, there's like 40 something slides in this particular one. It goes through all of that. So, but part of, and that's what banking, financing and stuff like that, that's what they go on, what future value is on things. If they make a loan, they know how much interest they're going to make, how much is that going to be worth down the road, will they actually make money or lose money, so there's a lot of variables that go into that. Chapter 5 has to do with how interest rates are structured. So here again, hey, there's a lot, interest rates are out there, but what does it all mean? Most of us don't understand it. We know if we get a credit card from somewhere, they might charge us 15% or 20%, or You know, whereas if you got good credit versus bad credit, you know, 3% versus 10%. And there's a lot of things that go into it. So this, let me see how many slides here there are. Well, it doesn't tell me, but anyway, there's a lot. There's oh, let's see. Yeah, there's 70 something slides in this one. So again, lots of stuff to take in. Pay attention to the terms, and you know, kind of get a feel for how it all works, on how interest rates are determined and how they impact things. The last chapter here in chapter 6 has to do with the real interest rate. So again, 5 and 6 are interrelated. You know, so, and there's terms, again, I use nominal, real interest, expect, you know, so there's all these different terms and a lot of info. And you know, depending on, you know, if you're just taking this course because it's one of your requirements, it may be a little more rough on you than if it's a topic you're interested in. But like I said, you need to get a basic understanding of it so that down the road, you know, even if you're not in banking, you know, like in my case, you know, Domino's, okay, I ran pizza stores, but I still had to understand how things worked on the finance side. So, you know, because there's things like, you know, oh, long-term, you know, long-term investments, you know, hey, you know, you buy signs and stuff like that, or equipment, how does that work, and all the interest rate you're going to pay on that, you know. So like, or if you're going to go out and start your own business one day, you're going to have to buy the equipment for the business. You know, if it's going to be some sort of a food place, you know, you have to buy ovens and tables and signs and different, you know. So interest is a big part. Hey, you know, this company over here will give you 8% interest, but that company over there will give you 9% interest, you know. But that company over there with 9% will give you a longer lease, so you're paying less every month, but you're actually paying more in the long run, you know. So there's all these different little reasons you need to understand it. So, okay, so there is a short explanation. All right, and then and then these, you know, make sure you know, take advantage of these study tools, these flashcards, because they're pretty good. And what else? Anything? Assignment? Yeah, no project. Okay, I just had to remind myself because the other courses have projects in them. So, all right, so good deal there. Like I say, everybody, you know, majority are doing real good in the discussions. Homeworks are seen good. However, let me look at something. Yeah, I mentioned those numerical exercises. So again, here, like in week 2, you got 3 chapters. You got the numerical exercise, and again, I know these are rough. Do what you can, but don't, you know, don't go crazy. If it ain't something you can figure out, then just let me know. When, you know, go ahead and submit the homework and just let me know, and we'll, you know, figure it out, or I'll show you, you know, how to do it. Because like I say, some of this stuff, you know, it's a little difficult, but it's good for you, right? All right, so all right, so that'll be it for this week. Only thing left is my test question, but I changed it up a little bit this time. No grand man. All right, so pay attention to this right here, and this person right there. That's somebody you know. So just mention what you know, and that way I know you watched the video. All right, you guys have a great week, and any questions, use the Canvas system. You can also call or text, and that'll do it. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time.